Okay, let's start. So my topic today is about the decentralized P2P delivery service and warehouse service on the blockchain. So I'm going to use a case study of our venture. It's called the MuleChain. Does everybody know what a mule is? Okay, you go ahead.
Horse and a donkey.
Horse and the donkey, very good. So that's what,
Yes.
to be more precise, it's a jack donkey, a male donkey, and a mare, which is a female horse. The jack donkey didn't behave like a jackass. So the mare was very happy. They had a genuine romance. So the offspring is a mule. This is our namesake. Why do we use mule to represent the logistic of delivery service? Because when we first started the venture, we want to create a generic, decentralized platform. So once you develop a platform, you can use it for personal service, P2P, peer-to-peer. So now people think about peer-to-peer, it's like person-to-person. But once you develop a platform, you can become a B2C, you can become a B2B. That's the same platform. So when I first started, I told myself, should we call ourselves a courier chain, a messenger chain, or should we call ourselves a trucking chain, ocean liner chain, or air cargo chain? These are all delivery logistics. So I wanted a generic name. That's how we ended up with MuleChain. Now, what exactly is MuleChain? So the mule is a hardworking animal, sure-footed, and they can carry a lot of workload, So the mule, you can carry up to 250 pounds, or up to 300 pounds. You know what is the normal workload for a horse? 150. So they are very unique. Now, once we have decided as a namesake, the MuleChain, what exactly is the MuleChain platform? We have three parts of business. The first part is basically the mule business, cross-border mules, intercity mules. And the second part is the last mile of the e-commerce delivery business. You order something at Walmart or Amazon, you want to deliver. So the most difficult part is the last mile. The third part is a traditional courier business or messenger business. People in Boston, New York City, on the bicycle, delivering legal documents. Or you order food, like a TaskRabbit, Uber Eats. That delivery business is what I call the world's second oldest profession. When people first moved out of the cave, the Neanderthal, they have already the delivery business. So three parts of business. I'm going to tell you the part one first. So what is the mule business? We have a mule, a pack station, and this is the example. Now, who came here today from a different city? Where did you come from?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Okay. So let's assume you're already a member of the platform. You own the MCX token. Before you came here, somebody's going to contact you. You said, my daughter is studying at Harvard University. Can you bring the jacket to her? If you do, I'll pay you $100. Once you agree, you are the mule. You are the mule on our platform. So this is a very simple example. There are a lot of people doing the TaskRabbits or overseas shopping app. What we want to focus on, to begin with, could be your personal items. That could be anything. Think about the disaster period during the Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico. Everything stopped. You still have your loved one lives there. How do you send anything to them? So these are the mule service, what we call a white space. There's literally around the world, there's zero competition. That's where we want to focus on to start the business to begin with. But think about the power. We're literally trying to convert every single traveler to become a mule to be able to make some money for themselves on the platform, decentralized platform. We're no longer Big Brother. We're no longer a centralized corporate giant. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are we allowed to ask questions?
You could.
Okay, so
Make an exception for you.
two things. How do you get to know who's traveling where? And second one, drop shipping. Is this similar to that?
Drop shipping, you want to drop the item? Very cool.
That's the name for the term of cross-border mules, I guess.
Okay. So now you have already understood we're trying to turn every single traveler around the world, right? Think about the entire airline crew. Flight attendants, pilots, they fly every day. Not like you, as a frequent business traveler. Everybody can make some money. If you get $100, just bring a jacket from another city to his daughter studying at Harvard University. Your ticket only costs you $500. You get 20% of your trip subsidized. Why not? Isn't that cool? But wait, there's more. That's what we call the second tag station business, or what you call the drop shipping. So what is a tag station? In the old days, if you have a mule delivery, you have a mule train, you need a place to put the cargo, the luggage, on the back of a mule before you get somewhere. Well, the tag station on the MuleChain platform is basically, could be anybody. It could be your neighbor. It could be your same apartment building, somebody lives 2 floors above you. It could be the owner of a local restaurant. It could be the owner of a local gas station. Anything convenient, everybody. So instead of telling you we got another commercial venture, now I'm telling you we have a people movement. We want to move the whole world's traveler to be able to make money for themselves. We want to move the entire world's population sitting at home. They will be able to generate income for themselves. No matter who you are, man, woman, old, children, handicapped people, think about the senior citizens. Think about the handicapped people. Previously, they can never go out to get a job. Now, if they can turn themselves into a pack station owner, they can generate income for themselves. We bring dignity back to their life. That's why it's beyond just a commercial venture. It's going to be a people movement. The entire world's population will be able to generate money for themselves on the platform. So I keep saying, making money for yourself instead of working for MuleChain. We don't want you to work for MuleChain. In fact, I will explain to you, all we sell is not a service or a product. All we sell is a job opportunity for you to sign up as a mule, as a tag station for yourself. Now, that's the significance. So let's try to compare. I'll come to the regional director later. Let's try to compare us with a lot of these on-demand service in the sharing economy. Who are they? First one comes to mind, Uber, Airbnb. So people can, sort of analogize us as an Uber, Airbnb, because Uber moves people. What do we move? We move your package and parcels. But what's the difference? Uber is just an on-demand service in the sharing economy. They are neither decentralized, nor are they P2P, nor are they delivering some new service that we created. So we'll tell you more about that later. It's called convenience assistance service. All right, more until later. But then again, you look at Uber's business. What they do is basically replacing one group of workers with another group of workers. So that's why cities don't like them. You go to London, in Paris, all the people protest, on strike, Why? They're replacing the old type of worker with a new group of workers. Instead of using taxi cab, now they're using SUV. They're burning more fossil fuels. Okay, come back to that concept later on. Now, think about if you work for Uber, you need to own a car, don't you? But if you work for yourself on the MuleChain platform, all you need is a subway token, a train ticket, a flight ticket, or your own legs. Everybody can turn public transportation to become a money-making tool. People go from one city to another in America. If you don't have the money to fly, take a Greyhound bus. Costs you $25. A lot of street people with no job, you can make a living out of it. You deliver something for $50, okay, you buy your Greyhound ticket for $25. All you need to do is just sleep on the bus. Next day you deliver the parcel. You don't need education. You don't need certification. Everybody can make money. Now, that's about Uber equivalent, right? What about Airbnb? So instead of letting a person to stay overnight, we let you parcel and packages to stay overnight. But what's the difference between working for Airbnb versus, again, working for yourself on the MuleChain platform? To work for Airbnb, you need to own a house. You need to own an apartment. But working for yourself on the MuleChain platform, all you need is a rented space. Think about the local restaurant owner. You're paying such a high rent, you only make money during dinner time. What do you do with that big space during the day? If you let somebody drop off an item, next day somebody else to pick up an item, you make $10. If you do 100 of them, you can make $1,000 a day. So that's an Airbnb equivalent. Now, other than the three players, the mule, the requester, yes?
I have a question, I'm thinking about it. What about if I go to Detroit because 10 package to go to Miami, and I go to Miami with those 10 package.
Okay.
And in one of those packages, somebody decide to pack some cocaine in those boxes.
Okay.
So I'm delivering them. I don't know where in those boxes are. What is the contents on those boxes? I get stopped with the police on the way there because they decide to search the bus where I'm driving, and they found one of the packages have cocaine. What is my liability on that case?
Okay, very good. Previously, I was going to leave until the Q&A for all the detailed questions. I'll change the format for the audience here because it's very timely questions. Now, that's a very common question for us. As you can understand, I've answered more than 100 times. So think about blockchain. It's a new technology. I'll talk about more. Blockchain is not a religion. It's just another set of tools. You can think of it as a philosophy, but it's not the either or like a religion. You're either this religion or that religion. It's none like that, okay? It's a good set of toolbox. Let's use it. But think about what is the beauty of blockchain. What exactly is the advantage that we need to use it as a toolbox? We don't need to use anything else. The one thing the previous speaker talked about, the immutability. That one feature alone is going to change this industry, change this world. You know why? To answer your question, that immutability, that's what people do in the KYC, right? All your personal identification data is going to be captured through the KYC process to begin with. Now, the major advantage of blockchain is to capture your transaction. You're just talking about somebody trying to ship a parcel, it could be a cocaine or something. Everything will be captured, which is immutable. You need 51% consensus to change the data. So think about yourself. If you're El Chapo, if you're a Pablo Escobar, so you wake up in the morning and say, hey, I want to ship a parcel of cocaine to Miami from Colombia. Wouldn't that be stupid, Only those failed criminals cannot even do the criminal activity correctly, would do things like that. Don't you agree? People always say, if you want to rob somebody, don't rob the person in front of the police station during the daylight. You do it at nighttime, right? By the same token, you got the dark web, you got everywhere else. Why do you have to force yourself, go through the KYC process? Does everybody own a cryptocurrency account? When you do the KYC, you hold your passport, take a selfie. If you're El Chapo, I'm El Chapo, I'm gonna try for some drive. So that's why there's no point for people to really get themselves captured, for the FBI, for the Interpol, for the whole world to see you. That's what I normally say. People look at the blockchain. Some people look at half empty. Some other people look at as half full. So this advantage of blockchain is really half full. That's why people couldn't understand. When the new technology first began, people always think, well, you're doing the mule business, trafficking truck. Oh, you're doing the blockchain business. All they have seen so far are those cryptocurrency people want to hide from the government. But the thing is, all the data being captured, that would be a deterrent for criminal activity. So that's the number one biggest advantage of blockchain. Because of that immutability, you could develop the cryptocurrency. That's the second advantage why we want to develop this business on the blockchain. More on these later, so let's just move on. So I was going to say, other than the three participants, mule, requester, and tax station owner, you understand the mules, you can make money when you travel, and you can understand when you're not traveling, you could be the same person. So let's say right now you're going to Italy for 2 weeks vacation. So you put your itinerary, on the MuleChain platform, say, hey, I'm traveling now. Somebody gonna contact you. They say, my folks are from Italy. Can you take this package back to my parents, So you make some money. Then on your way back, somebody's gonna ask you, bring a cup of this Chianti wine, coming back. So you make money both ways. Now, for the next couple months, you're not gonna travel. You can switch on the status. Yes?
So your phone number is on the blockchain and available to everybody to see?
If you wish, that's up to you. That's another question I want to give you credit for. You know why? Because we're no longer your big brother. I'll let you to make that decision. Remember I was saying we are decentralized P2P? Uh-oh.
But if my phone number is not there, how are they connecting with me?
You will have to private message it. So I need the Parveen here. That's his computer. It's a peer-to-peer network. We do not want to be your big brothers anymore. You have to learn how to take care of yourself by yourself. So instead of like a Craigslist model, previously people say, oh, Craigslist, very dangerous, a lot of criminal. You gotta be able to take care of yourself. But what the technology provides you, the platform provides you, is a better version of the Craigslist. So that's why all the decisions, whatever information you want to provide, the beauty of blockchain versus a Craigslist platform is everything being captured, immutable. But you cannot just say, hey, I got MuleChain, there's a moral hazard. I'm gonna try to be stupid, because it's a MuleChain. You shouldn't be. You should still be smart and take care of yourself. Okay, so let's move on. This gentleman helped me fix the computer. This is probably his computer. It's locked up. Can you find probably? If you're a traveler, you're making money today, but when you're actually not traveling, you're coming home, you open the app, you switch on the status of your tax station owner, say, hey, next 3 months, I'm gonna be staying home, So then you act like a tax station owner. You allow people to drop an item. Then the next day they pick it up, so you can make some money. Now, the fourth role on our platform is called regional director. What do? Throughout the world, every city, we have regional director working for themselves on our platform. Their number one job is to do what? To sell job opportunities, to recruit mules, and the pack station owner to make money for themselves. Now, of course, they will do the coordination and dispute resolution. So these are all from the business model revenue that we provide to support that. But again, as I said, this is beyond just a commercial venture. Our goal is to really reach out to the world to become a decentralized platform. Okay? So that's a third role, or the fourth role as the regional director. Now, if you take a look at this power of the crowd, I want to give you a good analogy. So here's our savior. Things our computer probably. So, has anybody seen a Facebook post talking about a professor in front of a group of students? He takes out a glass jar. He started filling out all the rocks to the glass jars. Thank you, Marty. That's excellent. Then we asked the student, is the jar full? The student said, Professor, it looks full with a lot of rocks. Then the professor take off another jar, filling the glass jar with the gravel and sands until it reaches the brim again. So he asked the student, is the glass jar full? The student said, Professor, it looks fuller. Then the professor take out a bottle of beer, started pouring the beer into the glass jar until it reaches the brim again. He asked the student, is this jar full? Now the students started to realize gotta be a message. I just love this posting. I didn't create it myself, but when I first saw it, this is exactly what I need to explain to my audience what is the decentralization, what is the power of the crowd. Because in this example, the big rocks in that glass jar are the big corporate giants, centralized corporate giants that everybody has seen in your life so far. Who are they? In the delivery business, FedEx, UPS, or the Amazon. Now Amazon's invincible. They're over $1 trillion. Who's going to be the person that's going to beat Amazon? Not another centralized corporate giants, maybe too late. It took only 20 years for Amazon to reach what it is today. I want to explain to you, the only person or group that can beat Amazon are the individual mules and pack station owners. You know why? That leads to the part 2 of our business. That's called a last mile e-commerce delivery. Think about every street corner in Boston, every street corner in New York City, populated densely. The big corporate giants, they cannot afford to set up a huge warehouse every street corner. But in that street corner, that could be hundreds, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of mules and pack station owners working for themselves to compete with Amazon, with UPS, with FedEx. If you just order something on Amazon, then they say next door delivery, next day delivery, $30. At the same time, the hundreds, thousands of mules say, hey, I can do it for $10 within the next hour. How can the big corporate giant like Amazon compete with that? So these individual, independent mules and pack station owners is what I said, are those sands and gravels that fill the void created by the big rocks in the glass jar. Isn't it? No matter how big, how strong a technology you have, you cannot compete with the people by delivering a package using their legs. This person has no overhead. He doesn't have to pay a truck driver, doesn't have to pay a big insurance. He just walk down his apartment, walk a few blocks, pick up that package and deliver to the requester, to the buyer. Isn't that a good analogy? Now, what do you think the beer is there for? The student asks. And the professor says, no matter how full you are, there's always room for some beer. Isn't that fun? So we're gonna move on to the next. As you can see, we created this. Initially, it's just a very good commercial venture idea. But the more we develop, the more we found out there's a mission there. We can really change the world. Think about Facebook today, you got 2 billion members there. Can you make money out of Facebook? Everybody, Joe Schmo, senior people. But think about MuleChain. Wherever traveling, you can make money for yourself by being a member. Think about everybody staying at home, even your grandparents. They can sign up as a pack station online. They make some income and use some money to buy some toys for your children, their grandchildren. Wouldn't that be a reason or motivation for people to sign up as a member? So to us, the 2 billion member is just too small for us. Simply because of the fact we can let everybody start working for themselves. That's the development of a new gig economy under the new sharing economy. The way we're going to do it, that's the second advantage of blockchain. It's our own token. So when we're going through this, I myself was an investment banking background. Then when the first thing started in the ICO 2017 style, we were ready to do that in March. Then I just decided it's too risky. So we pulled it. Now we're going through the crowdfunding in the regulatory way. But we're still going to adopt token because what the blockchain cryptocurrency has created is new economic value, which didn't exist before. For the first time, you can combine your customer with your investors. You know, as an investment banker, as a Wall Street trader when I was young, this is a pipe dream for a lot of people under securitization. But securitization couldn't deliver. That's what tokenization delivered. Why do we need the token? As I said, the second advantage, you got a digital currency. Think about eventually, we want to reach out to more than 90% of the world's population. How do we do that? How do we penetrate Kenya, Cambodia, Brazil? Many of the developing countries, they don't even have a national postal system that people trust. One of our colleagues in our company is in the Eastern Europe. People don't trust the national postal system. You know, they will actually steal your package, open it up, take out the contents, throw the bags back in. You know? Think about Kenya. Most people don't have access to a desktop computer, but everybody, they have a vibrant mobile economy there. So the way for us to really penetrate the whole world in the shortest time is by digital currency, cryptocurrency. So that's why initially we didn't want to have, so we're just running in the US for accredited investors only. That's too limiting of ourselves. We want to reach out to the world's majority populous countries. Now, technology-wise, I was saying, blockchain is not a religion. If you say, oh, blockchain is so good, we're going to switch everything to blockchain. It doesn't work that way. So we're going to use the best of the both worlds, off-chain and on-chain. So that's our technology framework. We just simply using that immutability part of the blockchain. That's good enough for us. What is the blockchain that we use? It's called NAND. Harvey, in the previous example, talked about how they were hacked, but it's not NAND's fault. The person who did the phishing, he befriended one of the key engineers for months. It's a human error. Until this engineer really trusted this guy. One night he took action. That's how the whole thing happened. So in terms of the technology, there's no fault of the technology. Then, why do we use it? Because they're tried and true. There's a lot of sexy new blockchain, but nobody has developed an application on it. Then they say, oh, we're much lightning fast. For now we don't need it. What we do, by the way, and it's a little bit premature for most people to see in the blockchain space. Think about the internet sector. When internet first started, all the VC, flocked to all the infrastructure investment. But now how many of the infrastructure player until today is as big as Amazon, as Facebook, as eBay? These are the business model player. Once you build the infrastructure, the rest are business model applications. So think about the first wave of internet versus the second wave of blockchain revolution. Previously, what does the internet provide to humankind? The dissemination of information, the equalization of information. But why is blockchain so important? Because for the first time, you're not just equalizing the information, you're equalizing the transaction. Let me give you an example. If somebody say on the internet, oh, I see an iPhone selling only for $1,000. Somebody who lives in Moscow, lives in Beijing, if they want to buy an iPhone, but they can only just see the information being equalized. Well, what can you do about it? Now with MuleChain, you can order cross-border. Then you get a mule to deliver that for you. Think about this equalization of prices, of business, of transaction. That's what blockchain can provide you. No longer just sitting there and watching for this information. You can actually do something about it. So I have a lot of Medium blocks. For those that are interested, you can follow me on the Medium block. There's a lot of these concepts. Now I want to introduce one of the major contributions of MuleChain. So by now you are familiar with what is an on-demand service, what is a P2P service, what is a decentralization under the sharing economy. But you can take a look at Uber, Airbnb, Lyft, whatever, all these people. Nobody's doing what we're going to introduce to the world. It's called the convenience assisted service. What does that mean? That means when somebody switches from FedEx, they're not switching to UPS, burning the same or more fossil fuel. When somebody asks you to deliver the jacket for his daughter studying at Harvard University, you're going to travel here anyway. In order for you to deliver this service, you don't need to burn more fossil fuel, because even if you don't provide the service, you're going to travel here anyway. That anyway service is called a convenience assisted service. Think about the tax station owner. That senior citizen sitting at home for the next 2 weeks, he's going to sit there watching a football game already, anyway. Then he decides to become a drop-off point, right? So what does he have to do? He heard the doorbell, he stood up, opened the door, take a drop-off item. The following day, he will do the same thing. He's not spending more money, more resources to deliver that service to you. As a result, collectively, humankind work will be much more efficient. So when the person switched from the FedEx to you instead of UPS, he gets to save the world. He got to lower the footprint, carbon footprint, reducing the fossil fuel. That's a revolutionary part about what MuleChain business is all about. Everybody in their daily life, you got a lot of extra resources in terms of time and space. All we need to do is just be smart. Collectively, I'm not just talking about one or two. Think about how much less fossil fuel are we going to burn. Any of you are a member of the Sierra Club? Probably not on the East Coast. In California, there are tons of hands. But those people, I haven't even talked to them yet. They would just love this. For their philosophical, for their political point of view, you can really save the world. So then the last most important point is, what does MuleChain sell? If you are in this blockchain business, in this technology business, you can see many people created a new widget, a new type of service. They want to sell it to you. They want to ask you to take money out of your pocket to buy their widget, buy their service. But MuleChain doesn't. All we sell are job opportunities. All we want you to do, go to our website, sign up as a potential mule, as a potential tax station. If you don't make money today, one of these days,
you'll find out the usefulness. So what do our regional director, any of you coming from a different city, feel free to contact us. You will be working for yourself, you own that territory, the upside earning potential is unlimited. Everything's decentralized. Everything's about gig economy. We don't need centralized corporate giants anymore. We need more decentralized platform facilitated by blockchain technology. That's what we're doing. So we, of course, depends on the funding, the resources. We could quickly expand to, we wanted to be 75 cities all over the world. That's why we're setting up all the regional directors to coordinate all these events. So we do have, some of the funding method, but I won't be able to, discuss this in public and before it's officially launched. I encourage everybody to visit our website or join our Telegram channel. So that's about my presentation. I'm opening the floor for any questions.
Package is a package coming in from another peer who's flying to Kenya, happens to be flying to Kenya from America, for instance?
You see, the pack station concept is really very complementary. Without the pack station concept, this mule business will not be that successful. To answer your question, that pack station could be anybody. It could be a requester. He made the request, made a contact with you, peer-to-peer basis. He doesn't want to meet you because people meet on the Craigslist. It's very dangerous. It could be a serial murderer on the other end. That's when blockchain comes in for the first time. Now we got a pack station owner, right? So this requester, he would drop off that jacket at the pack station. You, at your convenience, next day, anytime, you go to the pack station to pick it up. You don't need to meet this person.
Right, so okay, now that I'm clear with that, the issue that I'm seeing is that when you're dealing with Amazon or Google, the brand and the reputation is someone that you can shake the collar of the company, put a tweet and say, Amazon just screwed up, and all of a sudden you're running to make you happy because they have billions of dollars at stake with that one bad reputation. Whose skin is on the game here if something goes wrong?
You are one of the subservient to the big centralized corporate giants. You've been brainwashed by the centralized corporate giants.
No, I'm not. This is a logical question.
I'm just kidding. But that's what we're trying to do. We provide a platform. In the beginning, now in your mind, you're thinking about peer-to-peer, person-to-person. But let's go back 30 years. Think about when eBay first started. People say you're buying and selling. It's always referring to individual. But before you know it, there's small business setting up shops, create their own branding, using better technology to set up an e-commerce shop. Then later on, Alibaba, they set up a Tmall to really institutionalize the whole idea. You don't have to be an individual with no branding, no trustworthiness. This is the exact answer to your question. So on the platform, what we want to be, people always say, Ralph, why don't you guys use artificial intelligence next door? They're talking about it. Well, next door they're talking about IoT. I said, that's a business for our members. We don't want to be a centralized corporate giant. We leave that opportunity, money-making opportunity to our members. So imagine yourself, you're not just individual mule. We call it MuleChain operator. You know what is a MuleChain in the old days? Instead of one single mule, you got a train of mules, at least 5 of pack string. So you're a company. You are one of those small business centralized corporation. So what we only want to be is to provide a centralized, decentralized platform. Then anybody, individual, corporate, you can set up your own branding. You can set up a mini UPS, a mini FedEx to brand yourself. But at the same time, I don't want to be just offering service to those people. You see, people say you can use the RF scanner, you can use QR code, all this new technology. We leave it to each individual MuleChain operator to do that, to create the trust that you just mentioned. It's a free market. We give the whole world a decentralized platform. Some people want to use it. Okay. Just finish this, I'll come back to you. So once we develop that platform, right, then for example, some smart guy, here in Boston, smart kid, develop a more powerful drone. He want to set up a drone business. He can go on the platform. He doesn't need money, marketing. He can compete with Amazon. That's the opportunity we want to provide to the world. Without doing that, if we want to be another corporate centralized corporate giant, then at most we can reach, less than 1 billion of the world's population. But we decide to be the decentralized platform. That's how we can reach out to the majority of the world. I'm sorry, very quickly.
Yeah, I think like you should wrap it up. We're already running like by 3.
All right.
The next speaker.
Yeah.